Hey guys, we just got back from M3GAN 2.0. That's right, I took the boys to the sequel. 3 years ago, we reviewed M3GAN, and I think I didn't like it. There were parts of it that I liked.
Good stuff.
Some good stuff.
We liked
some
the
horror.
kills, and we said hopefully if they do a sequel, they learn from this and do like better,
kills,
cool stuff.
yeah.
More better kills, cool stuff, more horror. I think I ended up giving it a 6 out of 10. The boys were at 6 or 7, a little higher. But this, I saw the trailer for this, and Alex was like, "Oh my God, we're not seeing this, are we?"
No too.
I said, "Yeah," and Joe and I said, "I was so excited by this trailer, guys. I thought it looked campy fun. You have this glorification of the M3GAN character. It's like, man, if you're gonna do it, just fucking do it, right?" So I was excited because that trailer is really good, in my opinion. It's like they even have this guy dressing up in a little M3GAN outfit. He's like, "I love her," and then you got her in the little robot. It's like, "You want me to draw you a schematic? Give me a new body." And so you think that the film is going to be that kind of thing, and the trailer is fake. It is a misdirect. A lot of the lines aren't even in the film.
The old
The
bait and
lines
switch.
are in the film, but they're switched around in different spots. She's not the robot saying those lines in the trailer. In fact, it takes forever. I looked at my clock several times, my watch,
not a good sign.
my phone, and it is an hour in, and she still doesn't have a body. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm a little upset. And it just drags this out, and it does a genre switch. Now, I was kind of expecting it a little bit because I wanted it to go over the top. And it does go over the top, but it goes over the top in a cringe way. M3GAN 2.0 jumps the shark hard in a negative way. So it goes from a little horror, a little camp, a little, adult horror stuff to pure campy sci-fi, hokey, cringy stuff. Overstuffed, redoing a lot of the original in terms of emotion. They don't have a story here. Basically, the story is M3GAN fights another robot, which is what I was looking forward to and what I wanted the most. And you maybe like 5-10 minutes of that. And I thought we was going to get 30 minutes, 40 minutes or something. And no, it instead does other shit, and there's not enough M3GAN in M3GAN 2.0. There's some M3GAN for sure, and she's honestly the best part of the film. But, this, yeah, get her, bitch. Hey, girl, hey. I thought that's what we were going to be doing here. We don't even really do it. Right, because I thought it would be over the top. It'd be funny and campy in a good way where we can all laugh with it. Instead of laughing with it, I was laughing at it. And I was bored. And you could see the telegraph. Oh, my God, the story's so fucking predictable. You can see the twist and the villain coming from a mile away, and you roll your eyes. And her mom, who is her aunt mom, is so annoying and bitchy and literally wrong about everything that comes out of her mouth. And I hated it. And they glorify that character, and she's got to get her own action segment, and I'm
She's the
rolling my
producer of the
eyes.
movie.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's why. And she should have toned down her bitchiness because she did not. They ramped that up, even though in the first, I guess it makes a little sense because of how M3GAN went crazy in the first film. But, learning to trust her daughter, learning to, this kind of stuff is completely dropped in this film. And they redo it all over again, and it's bullshit. And the characters are weak. They're cringy. The dialogue sucks. I think it only made me laugh once when I was ready to fucking, let's go. Britney Spears, fucking schoolgirl outfits, jumping jacks and flips and tumbles and kung fu robot fighting. Now, we do get kung fu robot fighting. It sounded like a prop plane was real close to the house. That was wild. So we do get some kung fu fighting and robot kung fu fighting, but it's too short and it's too late by then. If you don't like any of the characters and you don't care about the plot and you could see things coming from a mile away, it's satisfying and an entertaining. Oh, that's a cool fight move. But a flash here and a flash there, and then we're kind of over with. And I was hoping for a lot more spectacle. So I don't think this is an upgrade 2.0. I think it's a fucking downgrade. And it sucks because I wanted it to be good. I went in being like, I'm gonna like this shit. I didn't like it last time, but now I'm in it because that trailer was so good. And nah, you fucked it up. You done fucked it up. You didn't have the talent for it. I thought maybe, you know what it feels like? It feels like when there's a hit and then they're rushed to a sequel, but they can't get the original actors, they can't get the original director, and the writing is worse, and this and that is worse, and it's a different team. But it's not. It's the director from the original. They got all the original cast members. It just doesn't ring the same way that it did when we first got it. Guys, you support?
Yes, I do, but I do not support the trailer. I did not like the trailer as much as you did. I was like, this is going to be stupid. I could already tell.
Yeah. So you... But I thought it was going to be stupid, too. I thought it was going to be stupid Fast and Furious. The stupid Fast and Furious that we can laugh at and just have fun with. You thought it was going to be stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
When you see her, like, flying down, like, I guess going to a secret spot... I was like, this is going to be dumb. I'm not gonna like this.
Because if you're looking for an assassin robot, you don't want your assassin robot to be Mission Impossible.
No, because the first one, the thing that we all liked was kind of the horror element and the slasher stuff. Mm-hmm. That's what we kind of like with some sci-fi because she's an AI. But
so you weren't on board with the genre switch.
Yeah, this was not horror at all.
No.
This is just like... comedy, sci-fi, something, action comedy,
slapstick. Action
Hollywood
comedy.
just saw the money and they said, all right, let's make another movie, and this really felt like it.
Blumhouse.
I did not want to see this. Honestly, the first act, there were some good moments that I liked. I did like Jermaine. I was like, okay, maybe it's not going to be as bad as I thought. But then as soon as the movie started dragging on, and it's like 2 hours. It just really came to a fucking screeching halt. I don't care about the characters. The characters were just bitching about everything. Yeah. The drama was super forced. I hate. You could see the plot the twist a mile away. You're like, okay, you're just waiting for it. And like majority of the time, I'm like, is it gonna end? Is this movie gonna end? It kept going and going and going. I was just not having fun. It was getting lower and lower for me.
Yeah, I think the genre switch really kind of bothered me. I liked M3GAN 1 to a point where it's like there was some really cool stuff. There's like this is great stuff to mine. And instead of going in that direction, they went Spy Kids 7 direction. Oh, there's a army colonel that he hangs out with the FBI the entire time, and he's a cartoon character. Yes. He's like the FBI from the Miss Marvel TV show. Like, they're that level of fucking cartoon characters.
So stupid.
And
Why?
so they have these people.
The guy with the big gun? The gun's bigger than your gun?
Yeah, and so like he is a child's cartoon character that's in this movie, and so when we go to this like zany place, I'm just not in. I would be fine if we have like if we wanted to go Fast and Furious, I would have been down for that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I didn't get the whiffs of that from the trailer, but if that's what we've gotten, I think I would have had a good time because at least it's it's better. This is just kooky bullshit, and it's way too fucking long. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And there are like 3 or 4 funny parts of the movie. And that's it. I don't think any of the action.
Yeah, we'll tell you. I mean, the spoilers. Don't waste your money.
Yeah, and so it's like I don't think none of the action for me, and I mean none of the action stood out. Some of it's competent, but none of it was good. There was a couple good. Like I will give them credit for some of the comedic moments. They do play with some comedy stuff that's the only credit that you get. Everything else fucking sucked. I don't like the main character lady. She sucks. The daughter
Allison
sucks.
Williams is Gemma.
And I love Jermaine. He's good in everything. But again,
Yeah,
It's
there's
a cartoon
Jermaine,
level.
It's a cartoon
Jermaine
version of it.
as,
It's a cartoon.
as this AI development. He runs a company. Look, and they say Gemma's so smart, and she's looking for funding for various people. He comes to her office in a fucking, and I already seen this at the local Lazy Boy store. It's one of these massage chairs. I've seen that exact massage chair, so it's funny because they cut it up and they put it on wheels. And he's this little fucking Professor X guy, and he comes in. And the one part that made me laugh is he's just driving for no reason, slamming into her things as he's like, I can give you money, come work for me. And this was at the beginning, and
Yeah,
so this
this is
set
like,
the tone, and I'm like,
maybe it's
okay,
not
I'm
that
gonna laugh.
bad.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna get some fight scenes. It's gonna be over the top, but it never lives up
It
to
doesn't.
it. It is cringy and slapstick and not skilled. I see what it's trying to do. It's trying to make us laugh. It is embracing its self-awareness, but just with no skill.
It's trying too hard.
Yeah.
It is.
Failed.
It is not Terminator 2. It's not Aliens. This is closer to Son of the Mask or
Yeah.
American Psycho
Damn.
2.
Yes.
I mean, as far as sequels go,
this
this
is bad.
Like, if the first one you're trying to make a horror slasher movie, a Blumhouse is why it got made, and then we made Spy Kids 7, and it's like you have fucking failed.
We said we wanted a sequel, but not this.
No,
not this.
Not like this.
Oh man, The Independence. Clarisse Loris gave it a 4 out of 5, calling it hyper camp, dumb funny, unexpected mashup of Terminator 2. Shut your damn mouth!
What?
Did she say Terminator 2? Really?
Did you just say Terminator 2 and Mission Impossible? And a pretty bizarre conflagration of tones and ideas, but so were most of the Child's Play films. And this series owes so much of its concept to, and the roller coaster effect never quite ends knowing what genre he might pull from next.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. I hate you.
Yeah, either they're
have no-
paid in access
How-
with Blumhouse.
Why
or
are
They
you
were talking
Independence
about, they were
paying
talking
you?
about Child's Play, the last one we saw. That wasn't very good either.
Oh yeah, the Mark Hamill
That was
one.
not very
where
good.
he was
There,
set to
there are
evil.
there are Child's Play sequels, deep sequels that are better than this.
Seed of Chucky, the Cult of Chucky,
Yeah,
the TV
Yeah.
show. I haven't seen it.
yeah. The TV show,
The
yeah.
TV show I haven't seen.
You should see it. It's good. I don't know why I got canceled. Probably viewership.
Because you didn't watch it.
All right. Well, damn, man, this sucks.
Yeah, the
because
movie did suck.
I
It did.
thought that it's gonna be dumb fun, Fast and Furious, dumb jokes, embracing the yeah, girl, yeah, come on, bitch, let's just fucking,
That crazy guy is not even there.
What crazy guy?
Wearing the Megan mask. It's like, oh, it's all about Megan.
That's right. The guy from the trailer never shows up in the film. There is that scene is not in the
It's
film.
not. Like, wait, where?
What the fuck? You tricked me with this trailer, and it's like, yes, she does fight this robot, but it's not entertaining. It doesn't have the impact that the trailer does. That you think, oh, there's going to be so many more battle scenes here, and it's going to go crazy over the top. What you see in the trailer is in the film. That's it. There's literally it.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Some you don't.
yeah, it's bad. All right, well, fuck. Do not go see
No, wait for
M3GAN.
it to stream
Wait
if
for
you
it to
want.
stream. Look, we did this privilege of watching 2 movies this week.
F1.
F1 and this. You definitely better see F1. If I fucking catch you in the movie theater watching M3GAN 2, and not
What are you
F1,
doing there?
I'm gonna monitor. I'm gonna police the theaters. I'm starting to police the theaters. Did you buy your Superman ticket? Did you buy your Superman
here's your
ticket?
popcorn,
Here's your
sir.
popcorn,
What
sir.
are
Did
you
buy-
doing here?
Did you buy the Superman ticket yet? So if I catch you in the theater, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. There are some laps here. There's
Not
a
worth
tiny
it,
bit
though.
of action. No, I'm saying I'm just giving you a little bit.
Yeah.
So, which is going to make up for our score here. So let's go ahead and give it a final verdict on this sequel disappointment. It's the sequel-itis strikes again, and I
Yeah.
guess it's only really high-skilled teams that can make a sequel better than the first. And unfortunately, this is not a skilled team. And I'm starting to believe that maybe the skill that they had in the first one was just kind of a one-hit wonder kind of thing.
It should have
like
been.
a flash in the pan. Even though I gave it a 6, I didn't like it. I liked most of it, but not enough, and I wish that they would do better, and they did worse.
Yeah, it was
Final verdict.
it was a good January movie. So.
Is it not January?
Well, no. Yeah, it was in the M3GAN.
The first,
I don't remember the first one.
Yeah. I was going to give this a 4. I was like, but the longer it was playing, the less I was entertained. It kept getting worse. The action scenes were pretty fucking boring. I didn't care about the action. The fights were stupid, especially as soon as Gemma got her action scene. I'm like, okay, this is pretty stupid.
Oh my God, I just remembered something, Joe. There's a fucking thing that made me get angry in the film. Burst out random songs.
Yes,
it's the thing that I can't fucking stand. And I thought they were going to play it for a joke, Joe.
Nope.
And I was like, oh, this is going to be funny. She's going to unplug the bitch. She's going to say, shut up. But no, they embrace it because they're like, I don't know, because they think their target audience are all women in there and they're going to love this random fucking song in there. And maybe they will love it. But for me, I was vomiting in my mouth. And
for me, I didn't like
stop.
it because it already seemed like they were trying too hard, and that was super cringy. Maybe it would have worked if the whole movie was better.
Yeah.
But it was dumb.
Mm-hmm.
It just felt out of place. But again, the movie kept going and going. It was longer, getting longer. I hated the Gemma and the niece dynamic. It was just annoying. Every time they were just
Gemma's the worst.
Yeah, she should have just learned her lesson from the first time and kind of.
I liked her niece more than her because at least her niece was doing stuff and was level-headed. Gemma was just yelling the whole time.
Yeah, this is not what I wanted, so I'm gonna end up at a 3.
Yeah, I think that this movie, I was thinking 4 for a long time, and then it just, like you said, it just keeps going.
Yeah.
And it's not going and getting better. It's just stretching itself, and there's 2-3 good jokes in this entire movie, and again, there is I think no good action scenes. And in fact, because it's PG-13, they're cutting away. There's an entire Gemma action sequence that we don't get to see. There's like the evil robot kills a bunch of people by swinging this metal pole. Most of them die off screen. Like there's the splatter of blood somewhere to let you know that something happened, but they're having to cut a lot of the stuff out that I think
it's so tame.
And I think that if they had made this could have been better. It like even with its camp, with its comedy, it needed to be rated R, I think. But yeah, it overstayed its welcome. It wasn't a good taste. It's a really bad sequel. And because these movies automatically make money, I'm worried that they're going to turn this into like some sort of cinematic bullshit franchise because it's sequel baited to all hell. Like they want to make a 3rd and probably 4th that they'll film simultaneously.
The sequel bait is not quite as bad. It actually almost feels like it could be a farewell thing, and they don't have an after credit sequence. It kind of ends almost the same way that the first film ends, with the possibilities. And geez, if you're gonna keep this, I don't think this film is gonna do well as the first one. Do you?
No.
No.
This movie probably.
But think about it. Not us. We're not the target market. Do you think like, hey girl, hey, I'm gonna go support?
Not as much as the first one.
Girl boss, let's go.
They're gonna see a dip, but.
These Blumhouse movies cost very little and they make money, and so it's like I can't imagine this thing costs more than like $50 million.
Budget is $15 to $25 million.
Half of what I thought it was.
It definitely looked cheap. I mean, they got one of her costumes that looks cool, all right, but that still kind of looks cheap.
If it costs $15 to $20 million, this is easily going to cover that, and I think they're going to make a 3rd one. Like, it's probably greenlit. I don't know, but it's like if you probably it's not currently greenlit. All right,
they're waiting to see how this one does. That's what I'm saying. Please
see the scores.
How
bad.
this does.
It's going to be like I would say
I got the scores
70s, 80% by audience. I think.
So here's the scores. The first one, 93% from critics, 78% from audiences. This one so far. 59% critics, no audience yet.
It's too early.
It's too early.
Yeah.
Sorry. Where were we? So you said?
I said 3.
Alex is going, and he said 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 4 because I checked my clock and it was
Again, that's never a good
about.
sign.
No, it's never a good sign.
I saw
when
you do
pull
that
your
a couple
phone
times.
out.
You're like, ugh.
Well, because I wanted to mark this. I'm like, well, number one, she's not in her body yet, and it's how much more fucking time we have?
Halfway
like
through the
Alex said,
movie.
it's too long because there's another half of the movie. So she finally gets her body like an hour in.
That's halfway.
Yeah, and then she does her fight sequence, and then they kind of shove her aside so that fucking Gemma can have her stupid action sequence, and then they kind of bring her back at the end for a really short thing. But that pissed me off. So it's like half of it was kind of, it's like half of it was what I was wanting, where they put her in a body and she's working with them and she's making quibs and she's saying funny lines and she's being sarcastic with all these shitty characters, because that's why it works, because these characters are shitty and M3GAN is shitting on them, and then when the film's like, oh no, let's highlight these characters and M3GAN's in the background, then all you've highlighted is shit. And you're shit writing. I hated it. So I'm going to go 4 out of 10 because, I was wanting it to be good. And when the action scenes finally came, I was like, this is where was all this? You could have got to this stuff quicker and faster. You could have, not telegraphed the whole story. The villain twist is the most eye-rolling villain twist ever. There's no fucking story.
The review, you're just like,
the messaging is all dumb. It's like, hey, we need to co-develop with AI instead of controlling AI or suppressing AI. Let us develop AI in conjunction with what? Shut the fuck up, okay?
Shut, Joe.
M3GAN is
Just
not.
shut up.
Just shut up. M3GAN is not a person or. Some icon that we need to be like, no, now because we have M3GAN, we need to just let AI go crazy. Anyways.
Yeah, this one doesn't get a franchise like
It's
Freddy
a 2-hour
or
film. It doesn't deserve to be a 2-hour film.
I owe you $2. You want to bet $2 this gets greenlit within?
Oh,
Yes.
shit. Let's do a
Let's do
prediction
it.
right now.
I
Does
say
M3GAN
no.
3.0 get... I say no.
I want it.
I think it's going to get.
And I think
Alex says
I
yes.
might be right.
But I wanna
Hold
say
on.
no
I wanna
because
see
I
the budget and the box office of the first one. The budget of the first one, $12 million. This one, it's
Double.
between 15 and 25. So let's just say that they doubled. Let's just say it went to 25, so it cost twice as much. The first one made 181 million. So no wonder they were gonna make a
Even if
fucking
this
sequel.
one, yeah, like-
so let's say this one bombs and just makes 80 million.
It still made a profit.
It still made a fucking what?
It's the
A
Blumhouse.
4 times profit?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
horror movies.
All right, I'm Alex's side.
I'm
They're
gonna
be a
stick to
3.0.
No, I'm gonna say
You're gonna
no.
stick to no.
Yes, I'm gonna stick
Okay.
to no.
All right. All right. Anyways,
damn it.
what did I say? I said 4 out of 10. Okay, below average.
Don't watch it.
Slightly below
Help
average.
me.
Don't watch it.
You gotta help me.
help you to go see F1. Okay,
Yes.
or save your money for
You're gonna see
Superman
one movie this summer,
and
you see
Jurassic
F1.
Park. You don't need to go. You go to the theater. You do need to go to the theaters this week. Go see F1.
You gotta
All right?
save your money because there's Jurassic Park,
Smurfs.
Smurfs,
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, Superman.
There's also another movie that comes
That's
out.
You're
expensive.
only hurting yourself, Joe.
That's
you want
expensive,
Superman to do
though.
as well as I do, but you want to make the jokes with Alex. Go ahead.
Everyone's gonna
Go
go
ahead.
see it.
Go ahead.
There's another big
Reasonable.
movie that comes out the same week as the Smurfs now too.
Oh yeah, there's one that's on June 18th, but I want to see. It's
a horror?
It's a week after. Yeah. Okay. There's Together, which is at the end of the month in July.
Yeah.
But there is
a big horror movie.
Isn't it the?
I Know What You Did
it's not
Last
a horror
Summer?
No,
movie.
fuck that.
Is it the Ari Aster thing or the
Bambi the Reckoning.
No, god damn it.
When does Weapons come out? We don't know
It's
yet.
not there, but something comes out on July 18th.
Yeah.
Movie. July 18th.
We're talking about other movies because this one's barely worth discussing.
It is.
So we're going to Google stuff. Thank you for watching, but don't watch M3GAN, too.
Eddington. Yeah, it was Eddington. You know, that small town New Mexico sheriff. Joaquin Phoenix, Emma Stone,
Oh, that
Pedro
weird
Pascal.
movie?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's super weird, but I want to see it.
Dude, who do you think?
I like weird
What old
movies.
man gets naked in that movie, though? Is it going to be... Because that's Ari Aster's thing. He loves old people and naked.
But he's not doing a horror, so maybe he won't have to make anybody go.
Well,
naked.
it is.
gonna
It's
be
like a
Joaquin
logical,
Phoenix.
like, weirdness. Like,
Joaquin Phoenix.
Nobody will be naked in that one. He wants to
Joaquin
shake that.
Phoenix.
you think Pedro Pascal
No.
hangs dong? No?
No.
No. Nobody's getting naked.
Unless he gets the wang
there's
from
not gonna
28
be.
years later, running around.
Oh,
Not gonna be.
Just beating people up with
All
his
right,
wang.
unfortunately, M3GAN 2.0 is a disappointment. It's worse than even the
Yes.
thing that we were feeling shaky on already. Blumhouse does not have a hit on their hands, even though they have a hit on their hands because by default
the
it's so cheap
budget.
to make.
Oh my god.
And it makes so much money with all the the fans and the girl power, and well, let's see how
If you
it
were
does.
like a huge fan of this, I would be mad. It's like they fucked it up.
Right, they completely switched genres on you to go for funny camp sci-fi. Only it's not funny.
To have
It's
her take
too
a back
campy.
seat too, though.
That doesn't really
She's-
work.
She's in the
and
back
there's not
seat.
enough action. Mainly, there's not enough M3GAN 2.0. They decided to focus a little bit more on Gemma, giving her a power suit. They decided to focus a little more on Cole, giving him crawling through vents and acting like he's a part of the team.
he chloroforms himself.
I fucking hate this, and it's supposed to laugh. The whole theater is supposed to laugh. We turn around.
There's
oh,
one
wait,
guy-
There was already.
there's one
there
guy
was
going-
3 people in our theater.
Yeah, no, like one guy, like, huh?
Huh? I didn't hear him. I didn't hear him.
Maybe he
But
was
of course, we
coughing.
saw it at 12:30, which blew out our whole Friday. I gotta stop watching films too early. We gotta push them towards the end. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and skip M3GAN. Let's go into the spoiler section. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the spoiler section. Since you're not seeing M3GAN, welcome here.
Yes.
2.0, you want to save your money. So basically, what happens?
Go ahead.
All right, there is a new AI, and she's on covert missions. The United States feel like they're in control of it. They're like, hey, we have this thing. It was
This is how
developed.
the movie opens.
It was developed for us, and then the android does everything they wanted to do, except for it was supposed to be a rescue mission, and she assassinates the
this-
dude instead.
It's
and
in
then
the border of Turkey and Iran.
yeah, she goes rogue, and then she starts killing people.
What
and,
the fuck?
and they're like, oh my god, we actually don't have control over this AI. And this AI starts to kill people that were important in the AI community. And that's how the FBI goes after M3GAN's creator.
But they send FBI agents after her instead of knocking on her door or instead of calling her on the phone. They fucking raid her house John Wick style.
Yeah.
And M3GAN finally comes out of hiding. She's hiding in the smart house system.
Yeah. And so M3GAN like kills a dude. Well, she snaps his neck. It turns out he was
She
actually
uses a Roomba. How does she get him?
Roomba, ice cube
Roomba,
machine
ice
all
cubes.
over the floor, and
she used a sprinkler system while he's getting
Sprinkler.
tased to try to kill him.
Yeah. And so clever kind of things that look stupid in effect, and they're filmed in a way where they don't have the impact. You're like, I want to believe you. I want to let this happen, but it doesn't look as good as it should.
I was waiting for the goofy sound effects or something.
Oh, I was thinking,
Yeah.
the Batman, the original Batman series where
the
it's
banana
like,
peel sweep.
bam, wow.
Because that's kind of how the way it's
It's like,
filmed.
what
It's
are we-
filmed
what
so
are we
lazily.
doing?
Yeah, the
What are we doing here?
director doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And so they're like, hey, this thing's really bad. M3GAN puts him in the layer. It's like, hey, I have to protect you. I've analyzed the situation. This thing's going to kill the whole world. You have to live here now. Unless you want to give me a body, then I can go fight it. And that's the whole thing. And they set this up for like an hour.
This is why the film sucks. It's this cartoon character FBI agent on the tail. I know what you're doing. You're probably trying to sell it to China. And these agents, one guy gets caught by a fucking bed and smashing the bed. He's like, ma'am, and he puts out his FBI. We are the FBI. Don't call the police. And then that's when they get to talking to each other. He's suspicious. And then, M3GAN reveals herself to...
Yeah, but that's the end of the hour. Before that, you get Gemma and the niece fighting the entire time.
You're supposed.
It's like, hey, you're not supposed to be working with computers. I'm gonna limit you. It's like we're supposed to be not keeping secrets.
Stupid fucking
It's
book.
like I want to work with computers. That's
moderation
for like an hour.
Even though everybody should be using AI, but you shouldn't use it too much.
They just fighting
I'm the scientist that created the most advanced AI, but yet I'm restricting my daughter only 3 hours of screen time. This is fucking bullshit. It makes no sense. You have no trust in your daughter. You're a helicopter parent and fucking and you're a hypocrite, and I hate it. You're yelling at everybody all the time. You're just an unlikable character overall. And we have to deal with this for a fucking hour.
Yep.
And so eventually, the evil AI kidnaps the little girl, and they realize that this evil AI, the ultimate, their goal is to reunite with an AI that Xerox made accidentally in the 80s. It's one of the robots from the Rocky movie. You remember seeing Rocky?
Wait a minute.
Yes.
And so the Xerox,
So it turns out
in the 1980s, made the most evil AI, and it just immediately started killing all the people. And so
from a copy machine. They used a fucking chip in a copy machine that grew sentience.
Yeah, and then
they plugged this machine into a Nintendo
prints. He corrected all
controller
the stuff.
Robbie robot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And it
had
killed
one of those
everybody.
And
little
it killed
robot.
everybody. But they covered it up, even though this is a thing they manufactured and nobody knows what company it was. What?
yeah.
What are
and
you
then
talking
so
about?
they put the motherboard for the killer robot in a vault in a Faraday cage. Now, what they said is happening is it's been exponentially getting smarter every day since the 1980s, because that's how
make it a huge
computers work.
It's learning every
It's like
day.
how it's like, well, are you giving it more
Bouncing back
processing
and forth.
power? And they're like, no, we're not. It's-
Angrier.
Download more RAM.
so it's constantly, yeah. And
That's
so
not how it works.
they say that the robot, the evil robot, is trying to reunite itself with the original evil robot for family. And then, but then we find out it was a ruse the entire time,
Oh
Joe.
my God! It was Gemma's boyfriend. He was because he's always going to the conferences with her and warning about AI alongside her, and she's starting to get feelings for him because he's a really cool guy.
It was a false flag the entire time. She doesn't control herself. It's a giant team of scientists that more or less control her and to give her commands.
So she doesn't have sentience. And I guess when there's the initial action scene that you see in the trailer where she's like, all right, little girl, let's fight. And it's like, why are you working for the humans? You stop. You be family. So I guess all that was bullshit.
It was fake, yes.
That was just like, I guess, the guy typing in all of the things that she needs to say. All right, fine. But then later on in the movie, she develops that very same personality by chance.
And then her goal immediately goes to, even though she's hard system reset, they've completely wiped her, she immediately knows about and wants to find the evil AI Xerox machine thing
that.
immediately.
That's a plot hole because she started acting like M3GAN. So then all the little girl gets captured, the good guys get captured, and they're in the evil fucking boyfriend's, corporation with stupid soldiers wearing BMX fucking gear for no reason.
Spy Kids.
Yeah, it's Spy Kids. It turns into an embarrassing, low rent quality piece of shit. And and she goes, the only way we can get out of here, because they already beat up the M3GAN robot, the upgraded M3GAN 2.0, who does some cool things like once or twice, but then it can never fire because they put a chip in her brain to limit her abilities. And then she gets beat up, and so she never really gets anything cool until the very, very end. Yeah. But anyways, so they have to hack the fucking Amelia robot and give her sentience, and she immediately starts acting like M3GAN 1.0. So when you reboot a M3GAN 1.0, you're telling me it just goes back to Amelia, but like the evil version of Amelia that never really existed. The evil version of Amelia existed only because the evil boyfriend was controlling her.
Well, that's not what caused her to do it, because she does become M3GAN, and she tries to protect M3GAN, and she's just not very good at it because she doesn't know Kung Fu. But when they zap her in the neck a couple times, that's when it automatically sets her to evil, and then she learns Kung Fu, even though she was never programmed to know Kung Fu. And then
Neither was M3GAN.
And then she kills all
until she learned the Kung Fu. So I guess in an instant she searched the internet and became powerful in that, and then also learned about all the other stuff that they were doing with her, and she decided to act the very same way that she was acting when she was a bad guy. Mm-hmm. Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And while I'd like to say that this actress, Ivana Sakno, she does look like a robot and act like a robot. But it's like, we're not here for you, girl. We're here for M3GAN, and she's in it more than M3GAN is.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yep.
You loved her in Ahsoka.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's she in Ahsoka?
She's the Padawan in Ahsoka. She's the
Oh,
evil.
yeah,
she's
yeah,
like
yeah,
not. You don't know if
yeah.
she's a Sith or not, but she's
Got
yeah.
it.
Yeah. There's 3 funny parts in the movie.
Let's talk about the funny parts.
2 of them involve Jermaine. Would you want that you mentioned where he's just rolling around, running over their stuff? He's just fucking funny.
He's funny
The
guy.
dude is
I like him.
hilarious. And then like watch Flight of the Conchords. He's so
Yes.
fucking awesome. There also was a part where he opens up his shirt.
You
That
can clearly tell
and
it's
he's
a
got
prosthetic.
a latex muscle thing because you know he's his last name is something, but it's like they call him Alton, and because it's Elon Musk, and you know they have all of these weird implant
But
things.
it's hilarious to me because it looks so bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they left it bad on purpose.
but yeah,
and it makes you laugh.
And then the only other time that I thought anyone should laugh in this movie is no one likes Christian because he's Gemma's boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of a douche. And he's a dick, and everyone could tell that something's off about him. And he's talking to the ambassador of China.
Because they're doing this AI Expo.
Yeah, and M3GAN's listening in on the conversation and showing Gemma and the girls back at the home base what he's saying, and she's changing the stuff that he's saying, and so he's talking, and he's like, well, what is he saying? Turn up the volume. He's like, I have a yeast infection on my vagina, and it's like that's that's probably the funniest part of the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
It did make me laugh because M3GAN is so matter of fact about it. And she's like, what?
should have
That's what
been
he
more
said.
her.
She's supposed to be the main character, and she is a
Exactly.
sassy bitch, and she's
a
not in
sassy
this
bitch.
fucking movie.
She's not in the fucking
You fuck-
movie,
you fucked
and you
it up.
fucked it up. They should have just started the film that way. M3GAN's a sassy bitch. She's the funniest one and the best
Yep.
one, and she's barely in the film. She's just one of. It's like an ensemble cast of nobodies that suck.
Yeah.
And she's just one of them.
We
And
needed-
it's like, no.
Yeah, if you had left
You told me in the trailer it was going to be M3GAN, bitch!
yeah, it would have been funnier.
And then even Alamo's doing all this promotion, and they have like little people dressed up as
popcorn.
M3GAN and popcorn and people flipping and stuff. And it's glorified. It's like, yeah, all right. And then you go and actually see the film, and then M3GAN's like,
Not in it.
It was like another
she's in
Godzilla
it,
movie.
but it's not as what you wanted.
We don't care about the humans. We want Godzilla.
Exactly. Exactly. And then they do the stupid thing where, her daughter is in Taekwondo or some
Aikido.
Aikido, and
Steven
she
Seagal.
needs to trust her daughter to protect herself. And even M3GAN learns an AI, a robot who is like, my only objective and the only reason why I'm good is I'm going to protect you. But in the end, even she learns that I need to. The
Let
best
her
way to
go.
protect her is to let her protect herself. And that's bullshit because
They were just making fun
at
of
any
Steven
moment she
Seagal
could
because
die.
they were just making fun of Steven Seagal. He's like, all right, I'm gonna put you on Aikido, and then at the very end, Christian has her. He's like, all right, you need to protect yourself. He's like, well, now you are, and starts naming
Her
all
mom
these Steven
tries
Seagal movies.
to let her know, even though he's got
Above the law.
his fucking daughter in a fucking vice grip and about
We
to
are
drop
under
her.
siege.
And we are under siege. I'm making an executive decision. And her daughter doesn't get it. Oh, okay. And then she lets go and like breaks his arm.
Yeah.
And
That is
so
his move. He loves doing
that's
that
it.
move.
There you go. And then M3GAN. And then they do the.
I don't think it's
and I
real.
roll my eyes a fucking again because then the robot Amelia does end up winning. So they go and M3GAN is got a busted face because she got captured before because the evil boyfriend revealed himself. And they surprised
Gross.
her, but then she comes back and she starts fighting Amelia, who's trying to open the fucking even eviler AI box, the black box. This AI is gonna be so powerful, it's gonna be a god, and it's gonna take
I
over
know
everything.
everything. I see everything.
So then she fights kung fu, but loses. And then Amelia opens the fucking thing, and it turns into Highlander, and her eyes go bright white.
She connects to a 1980s copier motherboard via lightning connection. She
Yeah,
zaps it with her finger. It's like, what the fuck kind of
I do that all the time. Nothing
You
happens.
transfer all the time.
Yeah.
No, something does happen. You get shot.
You don't pick up your feet when you walk.
So at that moment, because she's so powerful and she just connected that way, and you do see a bunch of lightning connecting elsewhere, It's already too late. She's probably in every single supercomputer, but I guess they're saying no,
Faraday
not
cage,
yet.
Joe.
She's got to wait and got to interface with the computer manually.
Yeah, even through all this, you just like, can we just get this
Wrap
over
it up.
with?
Megan
Wrap
is
it
like,
up.
I gotta go, guys. I gotta sacrifice
Sad
this.
moment.
You don't have to do it, Megan. Please don't. I don't have to do it. I want to do it.
Family.
It's the right thing. And then she goes and then she fucking tackles her, and because the mom actually installed an EMP bomb into Megan because she doesn't trust her because she's a bitch, and then she grabs fucking Amelia and blows up, and she says, I bet you didn't see this coming, and then she blows up.
Yeah, except for Megan is an AI, not a human being, and Megan knows that she's copied herself a bunch of times, and so she's not sacrificing herself, and she's
She
just
makes everybody think that she does.
Yeah, and so she's like,
back at base, apparently she copied
she had copied herself, so she's in like the mainframe at home, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it. My busted body. I'm just gonna go EMP up. I'll see you back at home." But they're doing this whole thing. It's like you don't have to do this. It's like we've pretty much laid out for the last 2 miserable hours that if you don't do this, every human being on Earth is going to die. That thing wants to kill every human on Earth. What the fuck do you mean you don't have to do this, Megan? Gemma, you're such a fucking idiot. At the end of this movie, the only time where it's like, yes, Gemma, you were right. You have to kill the AI. She's like, no, Megan, I love you. You don't have to do this.
In that moment, you're like, what? But the character motivation, god damn it.
Gemma, you're the worst.
So she sacrifices herself, but don't worry, because when they're in the they go back to the Bat Cave, because Megan built a Bat Cave. I guess she hired a bunch of Uber drivers who built the thing for her because she would pay them on the side.
How.
And what's funny is she bought all of Gemma's shitty books. I'm glad they put that in there because there's like 65,000 books sitting in a shipping container. And fucking Megan bought them all to make her feel good.
To give her money, yeah.
To give her money. And then she's got this underground lair near her house. And so they go back to the underground lair. And then it turns out that she pops up on the paperclip on the fucking computer. And she's like, you didn't think I wouldn't back myself up before all this first, right? Yeah. And that's how it ends. And then you get it's not an after credit scene. It's just a credit scene of some of the things that happened in the film, like lazy. But there's one sliver of the thing where, hey, you remember in the first film where she does the dance, and that's what everybody remembers. So we're gonna let her do a dance, but you can't really see it. It's in silhouette and it's covered by all the other stupid scenes. And we get the shit out of the way, and at least let us see what the dance is.
They tried to do a dance here too, but it didn't work.
Or more, she's taller dance, but whatever. That is pretty much it. We forgot to include all of Cole's parts, which is bumbling assistant that knocks himself out.
Cole fucking sucks, and his entire point is that he exists so Megan can shit on him because he fucking sucks. He is a miserable, shitty, stupid person, and it's wonderful watching a child or the child character shit on him. That's the only good part about him in the first one. And in the second one, they turn him into a secret fucking agent some of the time, and he literally chloroforms himself. He sneezes. This is how slapstick and dumb this is. He chloroforms a nice guy who's supposed to be giving him a
Xerox history tour
and
guide.
he's crawling through a vent that magically fits him and supports him. And then he has 2 handkerchiefs, one for sneezing into, and then one that still has chloroform on it. And when he sneezes, he wipes his nose, and then one that's not how chloroform works, and then immediately knocks himself out.
And then the scene is his feet sliding off, and he falls just to his left. Now that sounds funny. On paper, it sounds funny. But in execution, it is not funny.
No.
It is stupid. And then later at the end of the film, when the bad guy is yelling at Gemma, I only got close to you because this and that, and I need to take over somebody needs to be in control of AI. I'll be in control of AI. Cole is like, I recorded everything with the UN because he was on a call with the UN on his laptop. He said, hang on a minute, there's something going on. So he points the laptop at him, and they go, it's frozen. And I'm like, what?
They're in a Faraday cage. Nothing can get in and out. And this is his field. Like he should have known all of this stuff.
This is like he should have.
He's just an idiot.
Yeah.
Cole, great character.
He'll be back in number 3 though.
Nope.
She has another assistant. I don't remember this lady. She gets shot to death, but the guy says later on, "Don't worry, she'll be all right."
It was an EMP,
when the evil boyfriend reveals himself, he shoots her with the big EMP gun, but she's still alive. But they never show her again, or I think they do show
They
her.
mentioned
at the very,
it. It's
very
like, yeah,
end.
if you shoot a regular person, it's really gonna hurt them.
But I guess it doesn't, and everybody
Fall in the
lives.
hospital. Nobody cares.
The fucking cartoon character cop got a fucking pole slammed through him, but then Megan looks at it, is like, "You'll live," and then she just walks off, and he's just bleeding with the pole there. There's like one cool looking. I was like, "Oh, these robot designs, are they gonna get cool?" There was one cool robot at the AI, and it was what Amelia hacked into or whatever. She was that robot it was silver and a pole. I thought it was cool, and they do a little bit of fighting there, but she gets away, kidnapping the thing that Megan cares about most.
I thought she was already in. Well, I don't know. I don't know how this movie works. It doesn't fucking matter because it was her face on there already. It's like, I don't care.
Whatever.
I don't care.
There's a
So she had to be in there already.
Yeah, well, she was. I guess she just put pieces on top of her. I don't know.
Exactly. It's like, I don't care enough.
It is overbaked, underwhelming, narratively relentless, narratively restless. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
5.
It's just all over the place.
A 5.
It's a
4 out of 5.
fucking mess, and it's just it's a downgrade.
Big time.
Not an upgrade. All right, guys, that's M3GAN 2.0. Thank you for watching, and I won't have
Skip it.
Skip it. I won't have hope for these kind of stupid pieces of shit. I should have known better. Blumhouse, they're gonna do things as quickly and as cheaply and as little talent and money that they have to spend as possible in order to try to maximize revenue. We'll see if it works out.
That's
for
where the
them.
first one surprised me
Again.
because it was a Blumhouse and it was a January movie. I was like,
And it was okay. That's what snuck under for us, gave us small false hope. This is not a January movie, and we see it for what it is. All right. Hopefully the last bad one before all these big blockbusters come out, and we'll see if those are good. So, all right, guys. That's it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.